You talked about him, and I know he gets a lot of the headlines, and he deserves them.
Yeah.
KP, we're sort of talking about him a little bit off air.
Yeah.
What's he been like this year? Because he looks different.
Yeah, I don't like rapping him too much because that's all I do. But yeah, he looks different this year. He come back with an edge and a purpose to him. I think his Dally M speech was pretty harsh when he mentioned that he was letting people down. I don't think he's ever let anyone down. He's a young kid with the world at his feet. He nearly won a Dally M 4 years ago, I think it was. If he didn't hurt his hammy, he would be a 2-time Dally M winner. So he's performed at the highest level for Queensland, and he just works hard, man. I think people see the relaxed side of him on Instagram or walking down the beach having a coffee. He's got his little dog that he takes to the park and does all that stuff. But he's our hardest trainer by a mile. Fantastic leader, and yeah, he's come back with a fresh mindset. No one can touch him at training. I know it's only training and it's not full contact and things like that. But
training tries matter, man.
Yeah, he's got about 70 of them. So I was just saying to you off air, you pass him the ball and nothing's on, and then he just does all this mad shit with his feet and flick passes, hits the winger, dummies, goes himself, and you sit back and you're lucky to have him on your team. So he doesn't rest on his laurels, mate. He's been brilliant this pre-season.
Yeah, I think earlier in his career, you sort of seen him where he'd park up on that left side off a wide forward split and obviously like set up your A, goosey, and just pick the right pass.
Yeah.
Like, where do you see the evolution of his game? Is it more involvement, or are you setting up certain plays for you guys? Because you guys have played a year together now, and obviously people got video, they know what's coming.
Yeah.
Stopping it is a different question, but is there little subtleties that you're trying to add to your guys' connection?
Yeah, well, he helps me because I'm slow as anything. So you just give it to him and he hits the gas and he's gone. But we definitely put him in positions to succeed. I won't give too much away because I don't want people to know what we're doing. But there's certainly points on the field that we like to give Kalyn the ball. There's no secret. It's
the wide four.
Yeah, the wide four. And there's no secret that Kalyn likes the left-hand side of the field. But the evolution of his game is he's been going a lot more to the right. I don't know what the stat was, but we scored a hell of a lot of tries on the right. Obviously, Dom Young got 25 or 6, broke the club record. And,
yeah, quiet year for the...
But then also, Greggy Marzio on the left had 23, I think. And then both our centres had over 15 try assists. So, I mean, he's swinging both sides of the field. He's not just parking himself to left, right or middle. He's playing both sides of the ruck. And, we put him in positions to succeed. And he's done that this pre-season. So, hopefully, he just carries on where he left off last year and goes even better.
I kind of like how the game sort of evolved. Like, obviously, growing up watching football in the 2000s, and it feels like that at the moment where, like, an early ball to the centres classes like a good play. But I feel like the fullbacks are going wider again. Like KP's playing out wide, Reece Walsh is playing out wide. Where for a while it was Tommy and Turbo through that middle third of the field and get a line break and they push up. But it's a lot more exciting when it's out wide, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think the different body types, I don't think you want Kalyn and Reece Walsh to be a battering ram for the middle and playing too many like ruck plays. I mean, there's obviously time and place. If you get late in the half and there's a middle forward that's blowing, and you want Kalyn and Reece certainly up the middle because they're so fast. Whereas Tommy early on in games is so big and robust that he can bounce off people and you're not worried about it. Whereas you don't want to put your marquee fullback in a position to get injured. So we'll just park him out wide and let him run around the threes. I know he's tortured to defend. As you know, like when you've got a big back row like Frizz at training and then you've got KP in behind, it's kind of like I've got to hedge my bets to be able to get him speed-wise. But if I let Tyson Frizzell blow my inside shoulder off, he's going to score regardless. So having that problem at the back, I mean, fullback's probably... I mean, I don't want to disrespect any other position, but arguably the hottest position in the game right now, in every single team, the fullbacks are brilliant. So
you look at the top 10 fullbacks and it's just like, they're all guns.
Yeah, how do you name them? Like, you'd have an argument like top 15 and where you put every fullback in it. So, I mean, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to give anyone ammo, but I mean... I do enough of that. But, it's a pretty crazy position at the moment. Obviously, Reece took the comp by storm last year with his speed, and he wasn't just like playing 3-on-2s. He was getting to 3-on-3 and running around the half and the centre and just playing a 2-on-1 with the winger. Like, his speed's different. But I think Kalyn at full flight, I'd probably have him... I'm biased, but I'd have him at 1.
Yeah, probably when Reece got named, and like I'm a Reece Walsh fan, I was still thinking... like, nah, KP's that guy. And obviously Reece proved everyone wrong. But I feel like, to me, that little Reece getting the Queensland jersey, he's a good-looking dude as well. It's different when Teddy gets the jersey and KP's like, oh, it is what it is. But someone who's probably just as cool as KP, probably a little bit less talented, just as quick as KP. I feel like since then he just sort of switched it on.
I reckon what Billy said is scary as a New South Welshman. Like, if you have them both in the same team and they do what they did with Cherry those years ago, where just put him on 50, through the middle, just play 2 fullbacks, Michael Morgan, Cooper Cronk, they've all done it. So, I mean, Queensland seem to get the best out of their team when they have that guy that can come on and play multiple positions. So I mean, I hope for my friend's sake, KP gets the one. But then as a footy fan, I love watching Reece Walsh play too. So, I mean, if you have both those guys in the team, I mean, Madge will have a few sleepless nights, I think, picking people to defend those two.
The other side of the conversation is obviously got like Tommy Turbo, Teddy. And I know it's early to be talking about Origin, but do you still back Teddy to have that role?
Yeah, I'm a massive footy fan, and I don't know Teddy from a bar of soap, never met him. Obviously, had the pleasure of playing against him, but he's a champion, bro. You never write off champions. And I think having him, Turbo, Latrell in the team, I know for the purists, they want centres in the centre position, but if you got the three best players in their position in the comp, arguably, in the team, you just got to pick the best 17 and then go from there, I reckon. So I would have all three in, and I'd give Teddy the chance to fall on his sword. I think he's earned it. Like, his career speaks for itself. So
yeah, for sure. I look at Teddy's game, and like you said, it's very like, and you could talk football too. So when you play for 6-4 split, he's on the 4. I feel like one thing that's hard to play with Teddy is like you don't know where he's going to end up. They sort of bounce around, and like I played with a guy named Tyrone Peachy where you just didn't know where he was going to go. So like a lot of football about momentum, cues, and get into points now. It is hard to play off a little bit.
And he runs low to the ground too. So if he does take a wide 4 and he beats the back rower and he runs towards the half and he dummies and he bumps you off, the rest of the line's gone backwards. So then he just runs right across the other side of the field. So the right hand side of the field needs to move up. But like, he's worked through the middle of the field, man. It's crazy. Like, he gets kick return, takes play 3, sometimes takes the last tackle to get him to a good kick. Then he's on the end of shape. Like, his fitness must be off the charts, bro, because he's always in your face. When you play the Roosters, like, you game plan for him. Obviously, you want to put him in positions where he's uncomfortable, but he kind of just thrives on being uncomfortable. It's kind of weird. You put him in a corner and you think, here we go, we'll get down there and we'll trap him in a corner. Then he'll do just this mad run and put him on the front foot. So he's a champion, bro.
Like the hands on the head, and then just takes off. Like,
it's
straight
crazy,
up through the middle. He's everywhere.
Shorts halfway down his ass and then just comes up with a 60-metre run or a try. It's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, it's like, when they have Hoodie Mellow or those guys. He's like the shirt up, pants down. Teddy, that's when he's on.
It's iconic, eh?